Hey everyone, I hope you're taking it easy and your day has been great thus far. For this video we'll be continuing through our unbagging series for Combat Patrol with issue number 23. And Combat Patrol is for the Warhammer 40,000 setting, not to be confused with Spearhead, which is for Age of Sigmar. So, continuing through the series, I've just had my recent 4-issue bundle arrive, starting with issue 23, and we'll finish with issue 26, I think, maybe 4 issues, whatever. There will be some extra goodies at the end of the bundle as well, but we'll worry about that when we get to that issue. So issue number 23, we've already had some previews for it. So front and center, we have some Aeldari Guardians, and in fact here at the bottom we also have the Guardian Defender Squad. It is a part 1 of 2, so this issue will have some of the runners to make the Guardian squad, and then issue 24 will complete the rest of the squad and for whatever reason have all the bases. Anyway, going straight into it. So for this issue, so the build will be focused on the Guardian Defenders, which probably means the paint section will be in issue 24. From a read section, 2 bits of that component are for the Aeldari, specifically for the Tyranids, and then there's another section here regarding the warp. I think we actually had a previous issue cover some warp lore as well. From the collect side of things, there'll be Aeldari unit names, so no doubt there'll be a random generator, and then from the play side, Space Marine faction abilities and a tutorial for the Oath of Moment. Good old Oathy Mommy. How to build the Guardian Defenders. Now I'm not sure how old these models are, we'll find out soon enough, but there's definitely a lot of options. Oh, I hate it when it happens. So it's just going through the actual build steps. As I said, there are a lot of options here, so no doubt there will be a plethora of spare items, probably heads, maybe not so much the weapons and the main torsos, but they will be there. So it's just pretty much going through that build. There will be some accessories, etc. as well. So there you go. So that's pretty much how to build the defenders. Pretty straightforward. Oh my goodness, stop doing that. There'll also be a heavy weapon platform included. I'm not too sure what weapon is been predetermined, but time will tell. Weapons of the Tyranids. So going into some lore about that. I think that is Prince Uriel. Yes, it is. With Spear of Twilight. Oh my gosh, stop doing that. So in terms of the Aeldari armory, so there's the base armory of the shuriken catapults and pistols, D cannons and star cannons, the bright lance. I can't remember which of those weapons are the really annoying and painful ones. It might be the bright lance. Otherwise, some more close combat weapons, ghost glaives and scorpion claws. So that's probably what Wraith Lords, by the looks of it. Scorpion claws, striking scorpions, and plasma grenades. The paths of the Tyranids. So I suspect this is probably when it starts looking at the Phoenix Lords and some of the different components of that. Gosh, I think this issue is going to do that for the entire time. Path of the Outcast, the Warrior, and the Seer. No doubt, I'm sure in later issues we'll probably start looking through each of the aspects. So obviously the Howling Banshees, Striking Scorpions, Warp Spiders. I think Shining Spears are an aspect, I can't remember. Anyway, that is me speculating of a future issue. The Great Rift, so information regarding the warp. So it's interesting, we've got Dante and Roberto Gillum in there, so little few sentences there for the Imperium Nihilus, Imperium Sanctus. Is there a way to stop that from doing that? Reality Sundered, so the Great Rift. There's also a little line there regarding the Bealtan Craftor. the Markland Gauntlet, and a Empire Divided. So just some interesting 2 sentences of information there. Going into the Aeldari unit names from the collect side of things. So yes, it is a random generator there. So there's an example of how to use it. I'm pretty sure this is pretty much a general representation of the Aeldari combat patrol, all within Samhain colours. So we've already had the Forest here, we're getting the Defenders. I do know the Wraith Lord is out because I do have the model for that, and I'm pretty sure the jet bikes will get in later issues. That just hurts. And obviously there you go, the table and your random generator. Oath of Moment, Oathy Momi. So going through the actual Oath of Moment faction ability for Space Marines. Oh, so this actually page wants to behave. So there is a tutorial regarding Oath of Moment. So this is what? Oath of Moment when shooting, and I'm guessing Oath of Moment in close combat. And then lastly, the actual combat patrol tutorial using Oath of Moment. So the Tyranids and some of the different Space Marine models, which appears to just be the Librarian, Terminator, and Furnace Squad. Ugh, that needs to stop. Breakdown of the Space Marine turn and a visual representation of that. Oh, the Terminators are deep striking. For a minute there, I thought it was going to be completely one-sided. Tyranid turn, breakdown of each phase, and a visual representation of how their turn is going. And then just a recap for the Oath of Moment. And surprisingly, it's not the actual victory conditions for the Tyranids or the Space Marines. So yes, just things to remember regarding Oath of Moment, which I'm sure I'm going to forget plenty of times whenever I play a generic Space Marine army. Combat Patrol, usual flash splash page, a page. So we have Aeldari and Chaos there. And then the back of the issue, preview for issue 24, which we already knew about, so that'll be the other half of the Guardian Defenders. And then issue 25 will go back to some paints, so Norn Oil and Carroburg Crimson. Norn Oil I'm sure will be used everywhere, and there'll also be a extra brush included. So that is a page through of issue 23, with the pages, well, where the hole punches are, literally perforating and tearing the magazine, much to my dislike. Anyway, the 2 sprues for the Guardian Defenders. Gosh, I forgot how small Aeldari pieces were. So that is sprue, what I'll just call sprue number 1. In fact, all the numbering is on this side. So that is very nice to see. Now I do see obviously the shuriken, catapults and pistols. I do see another weapon type in there, so it'll be interesting to see how the build goes. Also see some close combat weapons there. So that is that, and then the other sprue here seems to have a lot of the torsos, heads, backpacks and things like that. In fact, there's a nice array of some of the heads included. Now, when was this printed? 2022. Okay, so this actually, and obviously it's just for the sake of discussion, it's pretty much that torn in two. For 2022, that actually isn't too bad. So when I first saw plastic Aeldari, it probably would have been late 90s, early 2000s. So I was always under the impression, which is probably my fault, that the Guardian models had been the same since then. But no, according to this, no. Games Workshop did refresh the models around 2022. So there you go. 2 runners that came with this particular issue. Okay, So that pretty much brings us to an end of Combat Patrol issue 23 for the page through, and a look at the 2 included sprues. As I've said, issue 24 will be next week, which will round out the Guardian Defender Squad, which will be very nice. Thank you very much for watching this quick page through video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does support the channel, and I do appreciate it. Extra content can be found on my Instagram as well as the YouTube community tab. It's just pretty much work in progress stuff. Now, I can actually confirm it has been work in progress stuff of Warhammer, mainly as I progress through and get the Space Marine models from the Armageddon box set done. At some point in time, I'll have to circle back and do all this Combat Patrol stuff, but that is a future me problem. With that being said, stay safe and take care, and I'll catch you all in a future video, whether it's issue 24 of Combat Patrol or something else on the channel. See ya.